Welcome back to Ashdon for the next episode. This is episode 4, I believe. Just an update. First thing I want to show you is a beautiful 060 shunter for the yard, which my good buddy Graham surplus to his requirements. The logo is, I'll show you it, a J50 BRLE, and there's its number. It is DCC ready, but Graham kindly altered it back to DC because I won't be using DCC. So that's just arrived within the last few minutes in the post. She's an absolute beauty. Let's swing it around. You can see all the weather in there, the build up the calcium and etc. She looks absolutely stunning. I don't know if I can get in very too close, but yeah, if you can see the weathering effect on there, that's absolutely perfect for my scruffy yard that I want to do. And along with the V2, we've now got 2 locomotives at Ashdon, or the V1 stroke V3 rather. We've now got 2 locomotives at Ashdon, which is great stuff. Right, so that was the first thing I wanted to show you. I'm really pleased with this loco. So I'll move that just to one side for a bit. I went to the model shop again today. Oh, before I do that, what I will show you is this. I'm having to do it under artificial light again because we've got a pigging storm coming through at the moment. And it's as dark as sin out there and raining. Yeah, this Rustin's quick drying MDF clear sealer. All these boards, all these MDF boards, before I start building the layout, and I am going to put it on an inch by inch or 25mm by 25mm frame with bracing. It's going to make it easier to join the sections up, and yeah, it'll just make life easier. Also somewhere beneath where wires can run. So that's what I'm going to do, but the whole thing needs a couple of coats, top, bottom and the edges, with this quick drying sealer to prevent warpage at a later date with using PVA glue etc on it. So that was the first thing I bought, and that cost me £11.79, that tin. It's a litre of Rustin's. It was highly recommended, so that's what I picked up. So I'll get that one out the shot. At the model shop today, I went in specifically for some Metcalfe kits, which I'd selected from that free catalogue what I picked up at the end of last week. But I was having a look in the second-hand wagons, and these 2, sadly no boxes, which is why I've put them in a... Let's get them into shot for a start. Which is why I'm keeping them in a plastic box. I'll get down a bit. Northeastern for a start. So Spencer's is Halifax based, but that's fine. That's still Yorkshire. And a northeastern wagon there. Of course, this layout is going to be set on the east coast, the Yorkshire coast, the east coast of Yorkshire. I'm already working out a history for it, and but more of that at a later time when I really know what I'm looking at and doing. So 2 locos, listen at me, two more wagons. They look pretty damn good to me. I like them, and with it being the northeastern region, absolutely perfect. So I'll just pop them back in there. Protective box. Spencer, St Paul's in Halifax. And so there's 2. They cost me, I think it was £4 something each. I think they were, because they're not in boxes, just under a £5 a piece. I also picked another used wagon. I won't get it out of its box. This one is $7.99 used, and this one is a 12-ton fruit van. So I've got another covered wagon. That gives me 2 covered wagons. Again, you can see what I paid for it. And the third and final wagon I picked up, but I bought this new. I couldn't find one second hand, so I bought this new, and this is a brake van. It's Northeastern again, ex-LNER, now BR, 20-ton brake van in grey. She'll do nicely so that when we do our trains coming into Ashdon, I've now got something to a brake van to fit to them. So that was the purchases for rolling stock. So 4 wagons, and I also, because I like to keep getting vehicles as well, I'm going to try my hand at this. This is a period vehicle, model scenes, and it's the old Scammer lorry. It comes in kit form. British Railways livery, and of course it shows you promotions on the back of what other vehicles you can get. But I thought I'd pick that one up and give that a go to build, because they were ubiquitous in the yards in the certainly in the 60s. I can remember seeing them. So that's the vehicles and the locos. Now what else? Oh, what else I've been doing, but this is I've made some templates for the points rather than buying a lot of points. Just card, and I think there's about a dozen here. So left hand points, and of course if you flick them over, the right hand points. So I can use these for planning on the layout, and I've done about a dozen of them, so they're ready and handy to go. I also picked up the Pico Catalog. It was for £4.95, but it's got, not only has it got all the track and everything in, it has wheels kits and various other kits. So that'll be a bit of good reading, and it'll bring me up to date with what I need. So that's been purchased to go in the library really. For the layout itself, I've gone for the factory entrance and boiler house when I get it out the light. Now I've got 2 of these, and there's a reason for that. There's going to be one at each end of the yard. One for where the locomotives come into the yard, and at the other end where the vehicles come into the yard. So there's 2 of them. I also bought the warehouse, large industrial, and I shall be building it as low relief as possible. So probably like this rather than one big building. If you see on the back, you can see it as a big building. I don't want that. I want it like that. So that's how it's going to be. And there's the other kits, what you can see. So that's that one. I also got a small factory. Don't know if I'll be able to use this, but I'm hoping I can for that new loco that Graham kindly sent me, and that's a single track engine shed. If I can fit it on the layout, I'm hoping I can, because it'll be somewhere for it to live when it's not trundling around on the layout. I also got the Nissan Hut. I've got an idea for this, possibly for the fishing vessels that are going to be using Ashdon Wharf. And incidentally, Ashdon Wharf is probably going to be the name of the layout. I think I'll be probably changing it to Ashdon. But this is probably going to be where the fish merchant has his gear, and the fishermen gather, etc. But so there's a Nissan Hut there. I've also got some one box of retaining wall I don't know how far, well it told you there, 545 millimetres, so we'll see how far it goes. I might need another one of these, might need another couple, but you know, that's fine. I've just got the one for now. And the final thing I picked up was the cobbles, the builder sheets, cobblestones. So you get thick card printed with cobblestone effects, ideal for road and street. Yeah. Well, part of the yard is going to be in these cobbles, butting right up to the railway lines, so that the track is buried into the cobbles, if you see what I mean. So vehicles and you know, on foot, we can pass over it. So that was my purchases. So that brings me to the costs, because I'm keeping a cost of all this. So that, because we're talking about building a layout on the cheapo, you won't think so, the money I spent in the last couple of days. But today it came to £156, 17 pence. Now if we add that to the original bill, which was £105, well you can see it yourself, the 11.79 was the MDF sealer. It comes to a grand total so far of £273 and 64 pence. Yeah, the price is starting to go up, I grant you, but I'm not going to be buying anything now for quite some time. I've got them kits to build. That's going to take me a few evenings work to put them together, although I'm not a newbie to that, because some of them, the factory building and the big warehouse, I actually built in N, and on one of the engine sheds I built them in N-gauge Metcalfe kits, so I know how Metcalfe kits work, so they're not a mystery. So it's just a case of slowly plodding through it and make sure you follow the instructions. Now it sounds a lot of money, that £273, but if you were doing this as a budget and you were allowing yourself, I don't know, £50 a month, well you're going to gather that what I spent in, you know, 5 months. If that was a week, well, you wouldn't be doing it a week probably, but over a month, so you'd be talking less than 6 months, and you've got yourself already the basis of your layout for quite a cheap price. Now the costs will start to drop now, well, apart from the track, obviously I've still got to buy track, and I'm still finalising the track plan. I've got a rough idea in my head what I want. I'll not say too much yet until, because I need to build them buildings to find out the footprint. I'm one of these people, I need to see it actually. I know you can get this computer aided design and the software for it, and if you're a good drawer I can't do that. I've got to see it for the real, you know, real size, and then I can actually see what's happening and what space there is and how I can get to this and if I can get to that and if it's possible. It's the only way I can do it. I'm just, I don't know, old school, an old git, and I just can't do it the other way. I like to see it laid out. So the track plan is the next. As I say, I've got a pretty good idea of exactly what I want. The Ashdon Wharf is situated on the east coast of Yorkshire, and I can tell you, if you have a map, if you follow the route out east from the city of Hull, there was a railway line which went to the resort of Withensea on the coast. Well, Ashdon Wharf is stealing Withensea's spot. Withensea's going to disappear off the map, and Ashdon Wharf will take its place. So that's its location. So we've got the north, where I'm stood now, we're stood in the North Sea, and over there, let me just swing the camera around a bit if I can, where where the baseboard cuts in, let's come out a bit, where the baseboard cuts in here, this is the quay side. Quay's too posh for this area. This is the wharf side, and this is where the fishing but we'll be landing the catch here. Hopefully there'll be a track along here, but we'll see. The boats in this area, them small ones, and we're talking lobsters, crabbers, shrimp. We're not talking whitefish, although they did catch whitefish as well, but it's mainly them. And so we're looking at lobster pots, crab pots, you know, that type of thing. And the little boats they used, they were only crewed by, what, 2 or 3 men. They would go out, lay the pots, gather the pots, etc., bring the catch in, probably do a bit of fishing as well with nets and come back in. But the little boats they used to use, or in this area, they were known as snibbies. S-N-I-B-B-I-E-S, snibbies. So I'm going to see if I can get hold of 4 or 5 snibbies to line the wharf, basically. So there's a little insight into what's happening. As I say now, there's a lot of building to do with these kits. And I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I enjoyed building them the last time when I did them in N. I know some people say they're a fiddly messing about, but believe me, if I can do it in N, which I did, this larger scale should be a doddle, because with my big fat sausage fingers and my eyesight's not that great now. So that's it. That's the update. Thanks for watching if you are watching. I know it's very early stages in the layout and the channel. I think I've only got 1 subscriber so far, but that doesn't matter. This is a video diary, and eventually people stumble across it and they'll start to watch it, and like as it does, your channel will slowly build up. But I'm not so worried about that. It's a video diary, and it's for my benefit. And if anybody else gains from it, well, brilliant. That'd be lovely. I'd really like that to happen. So that's about it for this update. I've waffled on for a fair bit, haven't I? So I'll stop now, and hopefully I'll see you reasonably soon on the next update. Bye for now.